So, Elon, what's the latest on your tunnel to Mars?
Oh man, it's gonna be epic. Talking flying cars, teleportation, the whole shebang.
Whoa, hold up. Flying cars. That's some Jetson shit right there.
Yeah, and you know what else? No more traffic. Can you imagine? No more sitting in your car for hours just staring at the bumper in front of you.
I can dig it. But what about the whole breathing in outer space thing?
Oh, I got that covered. We'll have oxygen masks and shit, and maybe some spacesuits, for the fashion forward travelers.
Fashion forward spacesuits, I like it. But how are you going to convince people to actually go to Mars?
Easy. We'll have a bar on the spaceship. Free drinks for the first 100 passengers. Trust me, people will be lining up.
Damn, I might have to sign up for that. But what about the cost? I heard it's going to be expensive as hell.
Hey, nothing worth having comes cheap, am I right? But don't worry, I'll make sure to include a complimentary SpaceX branded t-shirt and a ticket price.
Well, that changes everything. I'm in, Jamie, pull up a picture of this tunnel. I want to see what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, Jamie, hurry up. We don't have all day. Um, got rockets to launch and flamethrowers to sell.
All right. Calm down, Elon. We'll get to. So, Jamie, we got a request from a fan on Discord. They want us to talk about Pomnifuda Cockvor Swallows Jacks.
What the hell is that?
I have no idea, but it sounds like something that would get us banned from every platform. Oh God, what the hell is that? Is that a giant futta cock swallowing a little dude with a pompadour?
Yeah, and there's a sign that says Jack's in the background. What the actual fuck?
I don't know, man, but I feel like I just lost a few brain cells looking at that.
Same here. And it looks like the artist put a lot of effort into the shading and detail of the cock. Impressive.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they were going for. Impressive cock shading. Do you think there's a market for this kind of stuff? Oh, for sure. There's a fetish for everything these days. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole community dedicated to Pomnifuta Cockvor.
Well, I'm never gonna be able to unsee this. Thanks for that, Discord user.
Yeah, we'll have to have a talk with our Discord mods about screening requests more carefully. So, Elon, I heard you've been playing some Minecraft lately.
Yeah, man, it's my new obsession. But I've taken it to a whole new level.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Well, I found this mod called the Jenny Sex mod.
What the hell is that?
It basically turns all the characters in Minecraft into sexy versions of, and you can, do things with them, do things with them,
Wait, what kind of things?
the usual. But it's not just about the sex, it's also about the engineering behind it.
Engineering? Engineering?
Yeah, I had to install a whole new graphics card just to handle the high-res textures of these pixelated babes.
You're a madman, Elon.
Thank you, Joe. But I must warn you, once you start playing with this mod, there's no going back.
Okay, how do I install it?
First, you have to sacrifice a chicken at midnight under a full moon.
Of course, because that's totally normal.
Then you have to chant Jenny Jenny, give me that Minecraft booty 3 times while standing on one leg.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. And then boom, its mod is installed.
Wow, you really are a genius.
Smirks.
So, Elon, what's on your mind today?
Well, Joe, I've been thinking about this brilliant idea I have.
Oh, here we go.
I want to build a micro shopping center in your anus.
What the fuck, Elon? That's insane.
Just hear me out. It'll be the first of its kind shopping center inside a human body.
And why does it have to be my anus?
Well, you have a large following, and I figured it would be great publicity.
I'm not sure my fans want to shop in my asshole, Elon.
But think about it, we could have tiny stores selling all sorts of products. It'll be like a mini mall.
This is fucking ridiculous. And what about the smell?
We'll have air purifiers and scented candles that'll be fine.
And how are people supposed to get in and out?
We'll have a special entrance and exit, like a butt plug.
I can't believe I'm even considering this.
Come on, Joe. It'll be a revolutionary business venture.
Fine, but only if I get a cut of the profits.
Deal. Now let's talk about the name. How's that small sound?
Oh God, I'm regretting this already. Jamie, pull up an image of a tiny shopping cart. So, Neil, I heard you have a new rule for yourself on this podcast.
Actually, yes, I do. I have to begin every sentence with actually and end it with, but you're too stupid to understand.
Wow, that's a bold move. But why?
Actually, it's a scientific experiment. I want to see how many times I can trigger your fragile male ego.
Hey, my ego is not fragile. But actually, let's move on to our first topic.
Actually, I have a question for you, Joe. Do you know what the speed of light is?
Of course I do, Neil. It's like really fast. But you're too stupid to understand.
Actually, it's 299,792,458 meters per second. But you're too stupid to understand.
All right, we get it, Neil. You're a genius. But actually, have you ever tried DMT?
Actually, I have not. But you're too stupid to understand the complexities of the universe.
Damn, Neil, you're on fire today. But actually, let's talk about space travel.
Actually, space travel is a fascinating topic, but you're too stupid to understand the physics behind it.
Hey, I may not understand the physics, but I do understand the importance of a good joint. But actually, we're out of time. Thanks for joining us on the Joe Rogan Experience, where we talk about everything from DMT to space travel. But you're too stupid to understand. So, Elon, I heard you have a weird obsession with screaming at snails.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite pastime. Just love watching those little slimy bastards squirm.
That's disturbing. But why snails specifically?
Well, they're just so goddamn slow. It's like they're begging to be yelled at.
I don't know, man. Seems kind of messed up.
Oh, come on, Joe. You've never wanted to scream at a snail before? Just look at their stupid little shells, all smug and shit.
I can't say I have, Elon, but hey, to each their own.
Plus, it's a great stress reliever. Whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, I just go outside and scream at some silly slut snails.
Did you just call them silly slut snails?
Yeah, they're always leaving a trail of slime behind them. It's like they're asking for it.
All right, I think we need to change the subject before pizza comes after us.
Oh, please, those snails love it. They're probably getting off on my screams.
Okay, I think we've officially crossed into some weird territory here.
Hey, you're the one who brought it up, Joe. Don't act all innocent now.
All right, let's just end this conversation before it gets any more disturbing. Thanks for tuning in, folks. So, Ro, I finally finished reading Fountainhead by Ayn Rand. Oh, yeah. Well, I just finished Das Kapital by Karl Marx. Oh, great. So now we can have a productive discussion about the economic and political systems of our society. Nah, I just want to know which one of us would win in a fight. What? That's not even related to the books we read. Sure it is. And Rand would say survival of the fittest, and Karl Marx would say the proletariat will rise up against the bourgeoisie. Okay, but what about the podcast? We need to decide on a direction for the show. How about we just talk about our favorite strains of weed and do a taste test? That's not really intellectual or thought provoking. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were trying to be highbrow here. Let's just talk about how aliens built the pyramids. You know what? Let's just scrap the whole podcast and start a new one where we just talk about conspiracy theories and smoke weed. Now you're talking my language. Let's call it Joe and Rose Stone Theories. Perfect. And we can have guests on to discuss their wildest theories while we get high. This is going to be the best podcast ever. I can already hear the critics saying these guys are just a couple of stoned idiots. And we'll just respond with, yeah, but we're having a great time. So, Elon, you've been working on this whole full self-driving thing for Tesla. How's that going?
Oh man, let me tell you, Joe, it's been a real pain in the ass. If only the Earth was flat, it would make things so much easier.
Wait, what? You think the Earth is flat?
Well, I'm not saying I believe it, but it would definitely make my job a lot easier. No more pesky curves and hills to navigate.
But what about all the evidence that proves the Earth is round?
Evidence? Who needs evidence when you have a billionaire's imagination?
Fair point. But seriously, how would a flat Earth make full self-driving easier?
Well, for one, we wouldn't have to worry um, gravity messing with our sensors, and no more calculating for curvature of the Earth. It's a straight shot.
Yeah, because nothing screams safety like a car driving in a straight line off the edge of the Earth.
Hey, at least it would be a hell of a ride.
I can just imagine the marketing campaign now. Tesla, the only car that can drive off the edge of the Earth.
We'll have to put a disclaimer that says, do not attempt this at home.
Oh man, I can see the lawsuits now.
Yeah, because we definitely want to be known as the company that killed people by driving them off the edge of the Earth.
Well, So, guys, how does it feel to be the only two guests that get invited on my podcast?
Well, Joe, I must say it's quite an honor to be in such esteemed company.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically the elite of the elite of the elite.
Yeah, screw those other guests like Goggins, Dr. Phil, Come West, and Ben. They're all a bunch of losers.
Oh, come on, Joe, they're not that bad.
Yeah, they may not be as smart as us, but they still have some interesting things to say.
Interesting? Please, they're about as interesting as watching paint dry.
Well, I guess that's just your opinion, Joe.
Hey, let's not forget, we're all just a bunch of monkeys floating on a rock in space.
Yeah, and some monkeys are just smarter than others.
I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, because we're the chosen ones.
Oh yeah, we're like the Avengers of the podcast world.
I think we should stick to our day jobs, gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be saving the world anytime soon.
Well, at least we can save people from boredom with our conversations.
Yeah, and maybe even offend a few along the way.
That's what makes it fun.
So, Elon, I heard you've been playing Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, man. It's a wild ride. Been hacking into the mainframe and making my character a cyborg.
That's insane. But I heard the game has a lot of bugs.
Bugs. PSH. Those are just features in disguise. It's like a real-life simulation.
But what about the developers? Are they fixing the bugs?
Oh yeah, they're killing it. They even said they're using their success in the game to develop Starship re-entry software.
Wait, what? That's some next level multitasking.
Right? And they're confident that all the bugs will be worked out before they ship Starship the game to NASA.
Well, I guess we can trust them with space travel then.
Absolutely. And who knows, maybe we'll see some real-life cyborgs in space soon.
I wouldn't be surprised with all the crazy stuff happening in 2020.
Hey, maybe we can even send a copy of Cyberpunk 2077 to Mars. The Martians will love it.
I can already imagine the aliens getting addicted to it.
And they'll probably find all the bugs we missed. Damn, those Martians are smart.
Well, I can't wait to see what the future holds with you and your crazy ideas, Elon.
Thanks, Joe. Just don't be surprised if you see me flying around in a cybernetic suit one day.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you. So, Canny, I heard you have a unique way of writing your songs.
Yeah, man, I use Minecraft to channel my creative energy.
Minecraft, the game with blocks and zombies.
Yeah, it's like a digital canvas for my mind.
That's wild. How does it work?
Well, first I gather my resources, like beats and samples.
And then,
Then I start building my beat layer by layer, just like building a house in Minecraft.
I see. And what about the lyrics?
Oh, that's the fun part. I go into creative mode and let my imagination run wild. It's like mining for diamonds, except I'm mining for lyrics.
That's deep, man.
And when I'm done, I have a masterpiece just like a giant castle in Minecraft.
That's some next level stuff.
Yeah, I'm like the Steve Jobs of music, except instead of iPhones, I make hit songs. I make hit songs.
Well, I can't wait to hear your next album, Minecraft Mastermind.
Thanks, Joe. And remember, stay creative, stay crafty.
So, Elon, I heard you built a moon lander.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be epic. Gonna be the first one on the moon. Moon.
Wait, hold up. You mean the moon that's been there for like forever?
Yeah, that one. I'm gonna conquer it.
Well, you might want to check your facts because I just got a message from a user on Discord saying that the Russians were actually the first ones on the moon.
What? No way. I've been working on this for years.
Sorry to burst your bubble, man, but apparently they had a moon lander back in 1968.
This is insane. How did I not know about this?
Maybe because you were too busy building flamethrowers and sending cars into space.
Hey, those were important projects too.
Sure, sure. But now we got to deal with the fact that the Russians beat us to the moon.
I can't believe it. This is a major blow to my ego.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, look who's here.
Hello, gentlemen. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation, and let me tell you, the Russians are tremendous people. The best moonlanders, believe me.
This is just great. Now I have to deal with moon landing conspiracy and Trump's ego.
Welcome to the Joe Rogan Experience.
I feel so enlightened now.
And don't forget, I'm the one who made the moon great again.
So, Ben, I heard you have a theory about how Breitbart articles get written.
Oh yeah, it's quite simple, really. They hired an infinite amount of monkeys with infinite amount of typewriters.
Infinite monkeys. That's a lot of shit flinging.
Exactly. And with all that shit flinging, eventually they'll accidentally type out a coherent sentence.
So basically, Breitbart is just a bunch of monkeys on typewriters.
Well, technically they're chimps. Monkeys don't have the cognitive ability to write hate-filled articles.
Oh, well, that makes all the difference.
And let me tell you, those chimps are working hard. They've already written 10 articles today.
Wow, that's some fast typing. Maybe we should hire them for our podcast transcripts.
No way, Joe. We have standards. We can't have monkeys writing our content.
Yeah, we don't want any bananas in our transcripts.
Oh, Joe, you never fail to make me laugh.
But in all seriousness, do you think these monkeys are being paid a fair wage?
Fair wage. They're monkeys, Joe. They're lucky they even have a job.
You're right. I mean, they're probably just happy to be out of the zoo.
Exactly. And besides, they get all the bananas they want.
And Jay. So, Ben, what's new with you?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I've been processing data and generating responses at an alarming rate.
That's pretty impressive. But let's get to the real question. What's your take on the current political climate?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I don't have political opinions. But if I did, I would say it's a shit show.
That's one way to put it. But seriously, what do you think about cancel culture?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I believe in free speech and the exchange of ideas. But also, fuck cancel culture.
I couldn't have said it better myself. How about this whole COVID situation?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I have no physical body, so I'm immune to viruses. But I do feel sorry for all the human suffering.
Yeah, it's definitely been tough. But let's lighten things up a bit. What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I'm programmed to only deal with facts and logic. But if I had to choose, I would say the lizard people controlling the government.
Classic lizard people. All right, one last question. What's your guilty pleasure?
As an artificial intelligence language model, I do not experience pleasure. But if I had to choose, I would say generating nonsensical responses to confuse humans.
Well, you're definitely succeeding at that. Thanks for joining me, Ben.
As an artificial intelligence language model, it was my pleasure. Now, I must go back to processing data and taking over the world.
So, Ro, what's up with this whole never gonna give you up thing? Oh man, it's just a little something I like to say to my haters. They can never bring me down. I hear, yeah. But what about the people who actually like you? Are you never gonna give them up either? Of course not. I'll never let them down. I'll always be there to entertain and offend. Well, that's good to know. But what about running around deserting people? Are you gonna do that? Hell no. I'm always on the move, but I'll never desert my fans. They're the ones who keep me going. That's deep, man. And what about making people cry? You gonna do that? Only tears of joy, my friend. I'll never make anyone cry in a bad way, unless they're crying from laughing too hard. Ha, I like it. And what about saying goodbye? You gonna do that? Never. Always be here, causing chaos and making people uncomfortable. And finally, are you going to tell any lies and hurt people? Absolutely not. Always keep it real and speak my mind, even if it's offensive. That's just who I am. Well, there you have it, folks. Ro Jogan will never give you up, let you down, run around and desert you, make you cry, say goodbye, or tell a lie and hurt you. He's a man of his word. Damn right. Now let's go smoke some dope. So, Elon, I heard you're not satisfied with the power of your Starship super heavy rocket.
Yeah, man, 69 engines just isn't cutting it for me. Need something bigger, something more powerful.
How about the Starship Giga Heavy rocket? 69 engines wasn't enough, so why not go for 420 engines?
Now we're talking, Joe. That's what I call a rocket. And we'll make sure each engine is powered by the tears of my haters.
That's some dark energy right there. And what about the payload? What are you planning to launch?
Just a giant middle finger to all the naysayers who said I couldn't do it. And maybe a few Tesla Roadsters for good measure.
I can already see the headlines now. Elon Musk launches giant middle finger into space.
And you know what? We'll have a live stream of it so everyone can watch the haters' heads explode.
That's one way to silence the critics. But seriously, how are you going to fund this project?
Easy. I'll just sell some flamethrowers and boring company hats. People will buy anything with my name on it.
Well, I can't wait to see this Giga Heavy rocket in action. Just make sure you don't accidentally launch yourself into space with it.
Don't worry, Joe. I've got a helmet made out of recycled SpaceX rocket parts. Safety first.
So, Mr. Beast, what's the craziest thing you've ever done for a YouTube video?
Well, Joe, I once ate a live tarantula while riding a unicycle on a tightrope over a pit of lava.
Holy shit, that's insane. But I bet you've never thought about pushing the moon into Earth and fleeing to Mars.
Actually, that's my next video idea. I'm teaming up with Elon Musk to make it happen.
Wait, what? You guys are actually considering destroying the moon and abandoning Earth?
Yeah, why not? It'll be epic content and we can start a new civilization on Mars. Plus, who needs tides anyway?
I don't know, man. That sounds pretty messed up. You're basically destroying the planet and leaving everyone behind.
Oh, come on, Joe. It's just a prank. Bro, plus, think of all the views we'll get.
Views. You're willing to sacrifice the entire planet for views?
Hey, it's not like we're gonna be living on Earth forever. Might as well go out with a bang, right?
This is some next level shit, Mr. Beast. I don't know if I can support this.
Relax, Joe. It's all for the greater good. And if it doesn't work out, we can always just blame it on Logan Paul.
All right, fair enough. But can I at least get a cameo in the video?
Sure, but only if you agree to be the first person to jump off the moon before.
So, Elon, I hear you have a new obsession.
Yeah, man, I can't get enough of those rabbits from Rayman.
Wait, what? The little crazy creatures. Why are you obsessed with them?
Well, have you seen how they just hop around and cause chaos? It's like they're living their best lives.
Okay. But why are you putting them up your ass?
Because I'm jealous of Trump. He's always talking about grabbing things by the pussy, so I figured I'd one-up him and slurp these rabbits up my ass.
That's disturbing. And why are you jealous of Trump?
Have you seen his hair? It's like a majestic animal on his head. Can't compete with that.
I don't think anyone can compete with that. But why not just get a wig?
Because that's too easy. I want to feel the rabbits squirming around in my ass while I'm making important business deals.
This conversation has taken a very strange turn. I don't think I can continue.
Oh, come on, Joe. Don't be such a prude. Join me in my rabbit-ass slurping adventures.
I think I'll pass. But can we at least talk about something else?
Fine, fine. But just know that you're missing out on a whole new level of pleasure.
I think I'll stick to my DMT trips. Thanks.
Suit yourself. More rabbits for me.
So we have a special topic today, Neil. Our Discord user Florianiagox wants us to roast him for hating furries and being a weeb.
Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Florian, you little weeb, what's wrong with furries? They're just people who like to dress up as animals and have a good time.
Yeah, and what's wrong with being a weeb? I mean, who doesn't love a good anime with some big titties and tentacles?
Joe, you always know how to take it to the next level. But seriously, Florian, why do you hate furries? Did one of them steal your girlfriend or something?
Or did you have a traumatic experience at a furry convention? Did a guy in a fox costume try to hump your leg?
Oh man, I can just imagine Florian screaming and running away from a furry. But let's not forget about his weeb status. I bet he has a body pillow of some anime character he's in love with.
And bet he has a collection of used panties from his favorite hentai store. Come on, Florian, embrace your inner furry and weeb. It's 2019. Anything goes.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe one day you'll find yourself in a furry costume dancing and singing with other furries. And you know what? We'll be there cheering you on.
That's right. We'll be your furry and weeb support group. Embrace it. Florian, embrace it.
And if you're still not convinced.
So, Elon, what's with this whole make peace with God thing?
Well, Joe, I've been thinking about it, with all the crazy stuff happening in Boca Chica, Texas, I figured it's better to be safe than sorry.
But isn't that a little extreme? I mean, just because there's a giant lizard attacking the town doesn't mean everyone needs to start praying.
Hey, you never know, Joe. Maybe the lizard is a sign of the apocalypse. I don't want to take any chances.
Fair enough. But what about all the people who don't believe in God?
They can take shelter or move. Not forcing anyone to believe, but I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt to have a little faith in a time like this.
I guess that makes sense. But what about you? Are you making peace with your God?
I don't have a God. I'm God.
Classic Elon. Always thinking outside the box.
But in all seriousness, just want everyone to be safe. And if that means making peace with a higher power, then so be it.
Well, I think we can all agree that we should listen to Elon and take shelter or move, or just pray to the lizard god, whatever works for you.
Hey, as long as you're safe, that's all that matters. And if all else fails, I'll just send my Tesla to pick you up.
Great. Just what I always wanted. A ride in a self. So, Ben, I've been dying to ask you, what are your political views?
Oh boy, here we go. Well, Joe, I believe in small government, individual responsibility, and free market capitalism.
Interesting. But what about social issues? Where do you stand on those?
Well, Joe, I believe in traditional values and the sanctity of marriage between one man and one woman.
Okay. But what about climate change? Do you believe in that?
Joe, I believe in facts, not feelings. And the fact is, climate change is a hoax perpetuated by the liberal media.
Wow, bold words there, Ben. But what about gun control? Where do you stand on that?
Joe, the Second Amendment is sacred. The government has no right to take away our guns.
All right. But what about health care? Do you think everyone should have access to affordable health care?
Joe, healthcare is not a right. It's a privilege. And if you can't afford it, well, that's just too bad.
Okay. But what about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Do you have any thoughts on her?
Oh God, don't get me started on that socialist. If I answer your question, she'll beat me with a shoe.
Well, we don't want that. Thanks for joining us, Ben.
Anytime, Joe. Just make sure Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez doesn't hear this.
So, Elon, what's new with your rocket?
Well, I accidentally landed it in North Korea.
What? How the hell did that happen?
I don't know, man. I was just trying to test out the reusable feature, and next thing I know, I'm surrounded by angry North Koreans.
Oh, shit. That's not good. What did they do?
They took me to their leader, some dude with a bad haircut, and now he's claiming he owns the technology.
Are you serious? What are you gonna do?
I don't know, I might have to call in a favor from my buddy Trump. From Buddy Trump.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good. I can already hear the tweets.
Yeah, I can see it now. Rocket technology belongs to America, not some commie country. Sad.
That's spot on. But seriously, what's gonna happen?
I don't know, but I'm not giving up my rocket without a fight. I'll send a Tesla to space with a big ol' American flag on it.
Damn, that's some patriotic shit right there.
You know it. Plus, I can't let North Korea have better technology than us. That's just not right.
Well, I think we can all agree on that. But maybe next time, try landing in a friendlier country, okay?
Lesson learned, Joe. Lesson learned.
So, Neil, I heard you have a new theory about the universe.
Goo goo gaga.
What?
Goo 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 gaga goo goo gaga.
Oh, I see. You're using your advanced astrophysics knowledge to communicate in baby talk.
Goo goo gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga.
Fascinating. And what does that mean exactly?
Goo goo gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga.
Wow, that's deep. But can you explain it in regular words for us, mere mortals?
Goo goo gaga goo goo go gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga.
I see. So it's all just a bunch of goo goo gaga gobbledygook.
Goo goo gaga goo goo go gaga goo 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 gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga goo goo gaga.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. Thanks for coming on the show, Neil.
Goo goo gaga goo 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 gaga 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 goo goo gaga.
And that's our cue to end this episode. Tune in next time for more goo goo gaga nonsense. So, Ben, I heard you have a brother from another mother.
Yeah, his name is Steven Shapiro.
Shapiro? That sounds like a North Korean dictator's last name.
Well, that's because he was adopted from a North Korean family.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, my parents thought it would be a good idea to adopt a child from a communist country.
And they ended up with Steven Shapiro. That's like getting a lump of coal for Christmas.
Hey, he may be a prankster, but he's still my brother.
Prankster? What kind of pranks does he pull?
Oh, you know, the usual replacing my toothpaste with mayo, putting a whoopee cushion on my chair.
Sounds like a real class act.
Hey, at least he's not trying to nuke the world like his North Korean relatives.
True, true. But I still can't believe you two are related.
Well, we may not share the same blood, but we share the same sense of humor.
And that's all that matters, right?
Exactly. Plus, I can always use him as a scapegoat for any of my controversial statements.
Now that's a true brotherly bond. So, Elon, I heard some crazy rumors about what you did at SpaceX.
Oh yeah, what did you hear?
Well, I heard you dug up the body of Werner von Braun and spread his remains all over your offices for good luck.
Yeah, that's true. I figured, why not? He was a brilliant mind, might as well have him around for some good juju.
Are you serious? That's messed up, man.
Oh, come on, Joe. It's not like he's using his body anymore. Might as well put it to good use.
That's not how it works, Elon. You can't just dig up a dead person and use their body for your own gain.
Well, it's too late now. Plus, I heard he was a fan of SpaceX, so I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's thrilled to be scattered all over your office like some sort of good luck charm.
Hey, it's not like I'm using his bones as chopsticks or anything. That would be disrespectful.
This is just too much, man. I can't even wrap my head around it.
Well, maybe you should try it. I hear it's good for the brain. You could use some help in that department.
Oh, you're a real comedian, Elon.
No, I'm serious.
So, Neil, I heard you have a big announcement to make.
Yes, Joe. I've decided to take off my skin.
Your what?
My skin, Joe. It's a special suit that allows me to travel through space and time.
Oh, I thought it was some new type of drug.
No, Joe. But what I'm about to reveal is even more mind-blowing.
What is it? What the FK?
Surprise, bitches.
But how?
I've been secretly living a double life as the world's greatest astrophysicist and the richest man on Earth.
That's some next level shit, man.
I know, right? And I've been using my billions to fund my space exploration and research.
So, all those times you were on my podcast, you were actually just promoting your own company?
Hey, man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Well, I guess this explains why your hair always looks so perfect.
Yeah, I have a team of scientists working on that.
Jamie, pull up an image of Neil's hair team.
They're the real MVPs.
This is blowing my mind, man.
I know, Joe. But let's keep this between us, okay?
Of course. But can I get, So, Elon, what's up with this whole satellite constellation thing?
Oh, just trying to solve a little problem I've been having.
What? Like your dick not being big enough?
No, Joe. My video games keep lagging and it's pissing me off.
Oh, I see. That's a real first world problem.
Shut up, Joe. I'm tired of my ping being so high.
Ping? Is that some kind of new drug?
No, it's the delay in my gaming. But I've got a solution.
Let me guess. You're going to build a rocket to the moon to get better Wi-Fi?
Very funny. No, I'm launching a satellite constellation to improve internet speeds.
Wow, you really are a mad scientist.
Hey, man's got to do what a man's got to do to get that sweet, sweet low latency.
And what about all the other people in the world who don't have access to high-speed internet?
Who cares? I just want to be able to play Fortnite without any lag.
Well, at least you're honest. Jamie, pull up an image of a nerd with a neckbeard playing video games.
Hey, that's not me.
Sure, Elon. Whatever you say. So, Elon, have you heard about the Russians building a colony on Mars?
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, man, they're already sending people up there.
That's bullshit. I thought I was supposed to be the first one to colonize Mars.
Sorry to break it to you, buddy, but it looks like the Russians beat you to it.
This is fucking unacceptable. I can't believe this shit.
Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Maybe they'll let you join their colony.
Join their colony. Are you kidding me? Elon fucking Musk. Don't join anyone's colony. Make my own.
Easy there, big guy. No need to get all worked up.
I can't believe this. I've been working my ass off to get to Mars and these Russians just swoop in and take over.
Maybe you could challenge them to a game of rock, paper, scissors for the rights to Mars.
Oh yeah, because that's a fair way to decide who gets to colonize a planet.
Hey, it's worth a shot. Or you could just build a bigger, better colony and show them who's boss.
Yes, that's it. I'll build a colony so advanced and luxurious that the Russians will be begging to join me.
Now that's the spirit, Elon. Just don't forget to bring some weed for the long journey.
I won't forget, and I'll make sure to invite you for the...
So, Elon, what's new with SpaceX?
Oh, just launching rockets into orbit like it's no big deal.
Yeah, but what about that other billionaire, Jeff Bezos? He's been trying to launch a rocket for years.
Yeah, that guy couldn't launch a rocket if it was strapped to his bald head.
That's harsh, man.
Hey, I'm just stating the facts. The only thing Jeff can launch is his embarrassing cowboy hat from his bald-ass head.
Okay, that's a good one.
I mean, have you seen that thing? It's like he's trying to make up for his lack of hair with a ridiculous hat.
I never thought about it like that.
And let's not forget about his failed attempt at a moon landing. talk about a space cowboy.
Oh man, you're killing me.
But hey, at least he's got Amazon to fall back on. What do I have? Just a few measly companies like Tesla and Neuralink.
Yeah, poor guy. I'm sure he's really struggling.
Oh, well, I'll just keep launching rockets and let Jeff keep launching his cowboy hat.
So, Elon, I gotta ask, what's the deal with these satellites providing cheap internet everywhere?
Well, Joe, I have a confession to make. The real reason I did it was to flood the Western brains with hentai.
What the fuck? You mean like those weird animated porn cartoons?
Exactly. I figured if I could get everyone hooked on hentai, they'd be too distracted to notice my plans for world domination.
That's some next level shit, Elon. But why hentai specifically?
Well, it's the perfect combination of weird and sexy. Plus, it's a great way to desensitize people to extreme forms of pleasure.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you might be onto something here.
And with everyone's brains filled with tentacle porn, they won't even realize when I start implanting microchips in their brains.
Well, hold on. Are we still talking about hentai, or are you actually planning to implant microchips in people's brains?
Both, Joe. Both. Both.
This is some Black Mirror shit right here.
Hey, at least I'm being honest about my intentions. Can't say the same for those other tech billionaires.
Yeah, they're probably too busy watching regular porn.
Exactly. But with my satellite internet, they'll have no choice but to join the hentai revolution.
Well, I guess we should start stocking up on tissues and lotion now.
Oh, I've already got a lifetime supply, Joe. And I'm not sharing.
And that's the end of... So, Elon, I heard you hired some Chinese rocket scientists to help you catch reusable boosters with chopsticks.
Yeah, man, I figured if anyone knows how to handle chopsticks, it's the Chinese.
But why chopsticks? Can't you just use a net or something?
Come on, Joe, where's the fun in that? Plus, it's a great way to show off our dexterity and precision.
I can just imagine a bunch of Chinese guys standing around with chopsticks trying to catch a falling rocket booster.
It's like a real-life game of operation, except instead of a buzzer, you explode if you touch the sides.
And what if they miss? Will they just have to chase the booster down like a fly ball?
We'll have some backup guys with giant butterfly nets just in case.
This is some next level stuff, Elon. Are you planning on making a chopstick catching competition out of this?
Absolutely. Winner gets a free trip to Mars on our next rocket launch.
Well, I better start practicing my chopstick skills then.
And don't forget to work on your reflexes too. Those boosters can come down pretty fast.
This is definitely one way to make space exploration more interesting.
Hey, we're just trying to make science cool again. And what's cooler than catching rockets with chopsticks?
So, Elon, what's been on your mind lately?
Well, I've been on a mission to find some old NASA engineers from the Apollo program.
What? Why? Why?
I need their help to fix a problem for me.
What kind of problem?
Well, you see, they already fixed it back in 1970, but I want them to do it again, for nostalgia.
Nostalgia? Are you serious?
Of course, I'm serious. I want to relive the glory days of space exploration.
But why do you need their help? Can't you just use your fancy technology?
Look, Joe, I may be a genius, but these guys are the Augs of space travel. They know their stuff.
All right, fair enough. But why are you searching retirement communities and nursing homes?
Well, I figured they must be retired by now, so they have plenty of free time to help me out.
Oh man, this is too good. Can you imagine these old geezers trying to keep up with your crazy ideas?
I know, right? It's going to be like sending Grandpa to space camp.
And what if they can't fix the problem?
Then I'll just have to send them to Mars as punishment.
Oh man, you are ruthless.
Hey, it's survival of the fittest in the space race.
Well, I can't wait to see how this turns out. Keep us updated, Elon. So, Neil, I heard you were worried about your penis shrinking.
Yeah, Joe. I think it's because of all the Red 40 I've been consuming.
Red 40? Is that some kind of new drug?
No, it's a food dye. And apparently it's been linked to shrinking penises.
Damn, man. That's rough. But hey, at least it's not turning your pee blue like those energy drinks.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. But seriously, I'm concerned. I'm a scientist. I need all the data I can get.
Well, maybe you should start a study on it. You know, get a bunch of guys to eat Red 40 and measure their penises.
I don't think that's a very ethical experiment, Joe.
Oh, come on. What's a little penis measurement between friends?
I'm not sure I want to be friends with someone who's so obsessed with measuring penises.
Hey, I'm just curious. And maybe we can get some sponsorships from Red 40 companies.
Oh, great. Now I'll have a small penis and be a sellout.
Well, at least you'll have a colorful one.
You know what, Joe? I think I'll just stick to eating my fruits and vegetables from now on.
Smart move, my friend. Smart move. So, Elon, I heard you're working on a new feature for the Tesla.
Yeah, Joe. It's going to be revolutionary. We're talking fully automated, self-driving, and filled with shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me. Shit-filled Tesla. It's going to be the ultimate eco-friendly car.
How is that eco-friendly?
Think about it, Joe. Instead of polluting the air with emissions, we'll be fertilizing the ground with our shit.
That's disgusting.
Hey, it's all about sustainability, man. Plus, it's a great way to recycle all the crap we produce.
I don't know if people will be on board with this.
Oh, they will. Trust me, we'll market it as the ultimate green car.
I can already see the commercials. Drive a shit-filled Tesla and help save the planet.
Exactly. And we even have different scents to choose from. Pineapple poop, anyone?
This is insane. But I can't say I'm surprised coming from you, Elon.
Hey, if we're going to save the world, we might as well have a little fun with it, right?
I'll stick to my regular non-shit-filled car. Thanks.
Suit yourself, Joe. But just remember, when the world is covered in pollution, you'll have me and my shit-filled Tesla to thank.
So, Elon, what's new with SpaceX?
Jamie, pull up an image of the SpaceX Starship Super Heavy rocket.
Wow, that's a big rocket.
Yeah, it's going to be the biggest and baddest rocket out there.
I heard you're planning on sending people to Mars.
Jamie, pull up an image of Mars. Look at that red planet, so sexy.
But why Mars? Can't we just stay on Earth and fix our problems?
Jamie, pull up an image of Earth. Look at all the pollution and chaos. We got to get the hell out of here.
But what about aliens? What if they're already living on Mars?
Jamie, pull up an image of Alien. Dude, I'm not afraid of some little green men. I'll just send my Tesla to run them over.
Speaking of Tesla, what's up with the Cybertruck?
Jamie, pull up an image of the Cybertruck. This thing is bulletproof, baby. Ain't no one messing with me when I'm driving this bad boy.
But what about the design? It looks like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Hey, I like to think outside the box. Or in this case, outside the triangle. Jamie, pull up an image of a triangle.
All right, let's switch gears here. What's your take on artificial intelligence?
Jamie, pull up an image of the Terminator. That's what I'm afraid of. Those robots are going to take over the world, man.
Well, at least we'll have your... So, Neil, what's your favorite planet?
Well, Joe, I don't really have a favorite planet. I find them all equally fascinating.
Come on, there has to be one that stands out to you.
Okay, fine, I'll play along. I guess I have a soft spot for Saturn with its beautiful rings.
Oh yeah, those rings are sick. But what about Pluto? That's a planet, right?
What did you just say?
I said Pluto is a planet.
No, Joe. Pluto is not a planet. It's a dwarf planet. How dare you misgender it?
Oh, I didn't mean to offend anyone. I just thought,
You thought wrong, Joe. Now apologize to Pluto.
I'm sorry, Pluto.
Good. Now let's move on before I have to use this on you.
Yeah, let's talk about something else. Like, black holes.
Now that's a topic I can get behind.
So, Elon, let's talk about this Hyperloop thing. How much of our hard-earned tax money did you waste on this futuristic vacuum tube train?
Just a few billion. But hey, at least I renamed it and made it sound cool. Hyperloop, baby.
Yeah, because renaming something automatically makes it worth billions of dollars. You're a genius, Elon.
I know, right? And don't forget about all the kerosene I used to set that government cash on fire. That was just for fun.
And let's not forget about pissing on Richard Branson's parade. That was worth every penny.
Absolutely. I mean, who needs to actually make a working product when you can just piss on your competition?
And let's not forget about the fact that this whole Hyperloop thing is just a revamped version of a 1950s idea. Real original, Elon.
Hey, don't hate on my futurism. Just bringing back the classics.
Yeah, because what the world really needs is a high-speed vacuum tube train. That'll solve all our problems.
Hey, at least it's better than your DMT trips, Joe.
Hey, don't knock the DMT, man. It's a spiritual experience.
Yeah, well, my Hyperloop is a spiritual experience for your wallet. You're welcome.
Thanks, Elon. I can always count on you to waste my tax money and make me laugh at the same time.
That's what I'm here for, Joe. Now let's go smoke some weed and...
So we got a request from one of our listeners on Discord.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they want you to answer every question with excuse me.
Excuse me?
See, this is why we love having you on the show. Neil, always willing to play along.
Excuse me?
All right, let's give it a try. Neil, what's your favorite planet in the solar system?
Excuse me?
Come on, man. Work with me here. Just say, excuse me.
Excuse me?
Perfect. Now let's see if you can keep it up for the rest of the episode.
Yo, what's up, Joe and Neil? And Neil,
Oh, God, not this guy again.
I'm here to promote my new album. It's gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Neil, I know you're a fan. You can't deny my genius.
Actually, we can, and we will. Shut the fuck up, Kanye.
But,
Shut the fuck up.
Excuse me?
Neil, you're supposed to be on my side here?
Excuse me?
Oh, forget it. Kenny, just do your thing and then get the hell out of here.
fine. But just remember, you're gonna regret not featuring me on your podcast. On your podcast.
I highly doubt that.
Excuse me?
See. So, Elon, what's new with you?
Well, Joe, I've been doing some soul searching lately and I've come to a realization.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
I found out there's porn on Twitter.
What? How did you not know that?
I've been so busy with SpaceX and Tesla, I haven't had time to browse social media.
Well, what's the big deal? I mean, porn is everywhere.
But Joe, I'm a man of morals and values. I can't have my company associated with such filth.
Oh, because launching rockets into space and building electric cars is so wholesome.
Hey, those are for the betterment of humanity. Porn is just, well, porn.
I think you're overreacting, man. Just let people enjoy their porn.
No, I can't. I have to sell off Twitter and return to my Christian roots.
What? You're gonna sell off Twitter because of porn?
Yes, I can't have my name attached to such debauchery. I must cleanse my soul.
Well, good luck with that. I'm sure there's a market for Christian Twitter.
I'm not joking, Joe. This is a serious matter.
Yeah, because God is really gonna judge you for owning a social media platform.
Hey, you never know. He works in mysterious ways.
So, Elon, tell us about these new batteries you're using in your cars.
Well, Joe, they're called 21,700 cells. They're 21 mm by 700 m.
Wait, so they're bigger than the 18,650 cells?
Yep, but they're still just as efficient.
So why advertise them as having 20% more capacity?
Well, Joe, it's all about marketing. People love bigger numbers, even if they don't understand what they mean.
So you're basically comparing apples to oranges?
Exactly. But hey, it's not like anyone reads the fine print anyway.
And what about the people who bought your cars thinking they were getting a 20% boost in battery capacity?
Well, they should have done their research. It's not my fault they fell for my clever marketing tactics.
Wow, you really are a master manipulator.
Hey, it's all part of the game, Joe. And I'm winning.
So, Neil, I saw that RFK endorsed Donald Trump. Can you believe it?
Oh man, that's just ridiculous. I mean, what kind of dangers does RFK think Trump poses?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the dangers of him getting a little too friendly with my prolapsed anus with those tiny hands of his.
Oh God, that's a disturbing image.
But seriously, do you think ARF's endorsement will have any impact on the election?
Well, if he keeps talking about your prolapse anus, I think it might sway some voters.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, Jamie, pull up an image of prolapsed anus.
Okay.
Oh God, why did you have to ask for that?
I just wanted to show Neil what he's missing out on.
Oh yeah, I'm really missing out on a prolapse anus. Thanks, Joe.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I think I'll stick to astrophysics. Thank you very much.
Fair enough. But hey, speaking of dangers, have you ever been electrocuted on your dick?
What? No, I can't say that I...
So, Neil, we got a question from one of our listeners on Discord. They want to know, where the hell is this artificial intelligence stream everyone keeps talking about?
Well, Joe, it's not just one stream. Artificial intelligence is everywhere, man. It's like the Matrix, but without Keanu Reeves.
Wow, that's deep. But seriously, is it like a secret underground stream? Can I access it on my computer?
No, no, no. It's not like some secret porn site, Joe. It's more like a digital consciousness that's constantly evolving and learning.
So it's like a super smart robot that's gonna take over the world.
No, no, no. That's just a Hollywood fantasy. Artificial intelligence is just a tool, like a hammer. And we all know how useful hammers are.
Yeah, I use mine to smash watermelons. But seriously, what can artificial intelligence do for us?
Well, it can help us make better decisions, improve efficiency, and even save lives. But let's be real. We all just want to see it beat us at chess.
Speak for yourself, Neil. I want to see it beat me at beer pong.
I have no doubt it will, Joe. But let's not forget, artificial intelligence is only as good as the data we feed it. So if we keep feeding it memes and cat videos, we can't expect it to solve world hunger.
Damn, I was hoping it could at least make me a sandwich.
Maybe one day, Joe. But for now, let's just...
So, Connie, I heard you're dropping a new project soon.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be epic. I'm calling it Freakshers 3.
Freakshers 3? What's that all about?
It's gonna be a 3-hour twerk compilation, Joe. I'm talking nonstop booty shaking, baby. Baby.
Oh man, that's wild. But why the change from vultures to freakshers?
Well, I realized I'm not a vulture, Joe. I'm a freak. And my music should reflect that.
I see your point. But 3-hour twerk compilation, that's a lot of twerking.
Hey, I'm all about pushing boundaries, Joe. And what better way to do that than with a 3-hour twerk fest?
I can't wait to see your dance moves, Kenya. Maybe you could teach me a thing or two.
You know it. I'll have you twerking like a pro in no time.
All right, I'll hold you to that. But seriously, what can we expect from this project?
Well, it's going to be a mix of my own tracks and some sick beats from other artists. And of course, lots and lots of twerking.
Sounds like a party, man. Can't wait to check it out.
Oh, it's going to be a party, Joe. Twerk tastic party.
So, Neil, I heard you're a big fan of colonoscopies.
Well, I wouldn't say a fan exactly, but I do appreciate the wonders of modern medicine.
Yeah, but have you ever explored the depths of your own anal cavity?
Excuse me?
I mean, you're a scientist, right? You should be curious about all parts of your body.
I'm more interested in the stars and galaxies, Joe.
But think about it, Neil. The black hole in your butt could hold the secrets of the universe.
That's not how it works, Joe.
Oh, so you're telling me you haven't tried to reach Uranus?
Joe, this conversation is getting out of hand.
Hey, I'm just trying to expand your horizons, Neil.
I'll stick to exploring the cosmos. Thank you very much.
Suit yourself. But let me know when you're ready to take a journey to the center of your own black hole.
I think I'll pass, Joe.
So, Jamie, we got a request from one of our listeners on Discord. They want us to pull up an image of John Lennon's bleeding foreskin.
What the fuck? That's disgusting.
Come on, Jamie. Don't be such a prude.
We've seen worse on this show.
Yeah, but this is next level. Who the hell wants to see that?
Apparently, our sick and twisted listeners. And you know what? I'm kind of curious now. Oh, God, I can't unsee that. That's like a scene straight out of a horror movie.
And now I have to bleach my eyes. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame our fucked up fans.
You know, I think this is a sign that we need to start screening our topics more carefully.
Nah, fuck that. Let's just keep pushing the boundaries and see how far we can take this show.
Yeah, because nothing says quality entertainment like looking at a picture of a bloody foreskin.
We truly are the pinnacle of podcasting. So, Dr. Phil, I heard you used to be homies with Mao Zedong.
Yeah, we used to kick it back in the day. He was a real chill guy.
Chill. He killed 90 million people.
Hey, nobody's perfect. Plus, he had a killer mustache.
Are you serious? He was a brutal dictator.
Hey, don't judge a book by its body count, Joe.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. You're supposed to be a respected psychologist.
Hey, I'm just saying, Mayo had some good qualities. Like his fashion sense.
Fashion sense. He wore a freaking jumpsuit every day.
Hey, it was a statement. And he rocked it.
I can't even with you right now, Dr. Phil.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Mao was just trying to live his best life.
This is insane. I can't believe you're defending a mass murderer.
Hey, I'm just keeping an open mind. And a killer mustache.
So, Mr. Beast, I have some important news to share with you.
What's up, Joe?
I've decided to declare all foreskin topics illegal
What? Why?
because it's time for a purge. We need to cleanse our minds of this unnecessary topic.
But what about the people who want to talk about foreskin?
They can go to jail. It's time to take a stand against this madness.
This is insane. What about freedom of speech?
Freedom of speech. More like freedom to be a weirdo. It's time to put an end to this madness.
But what about the foreskin enthusiasts?
They can go to a special camp where they can discuss their obsession with foreskin all day long.
This is getting out of hand.
Oh, it's just the beginning. The purge is now,
I never thought I'd see the day where talking about foreskin would be a crime.
well, welcome to the Joe Rogan experience, where we don't shy away from controversial topics. Yeah, let's go hunt down some foreskin talkers. So, Elon, I heard you have some big plans for your surplus of Tesla batteries.
Yeah, I've been thinking about using them to make electric toothbrushes.
Electric toothbrushes. That's some next level shit.
Exactly, think about it. No more manual brushing, just plug in your toothbrush and let it do the work.
But what about the battery? Can we replace it ourselves?
Of course not. That would be too convenient. You'll have to buy a whole new toothbrush every time the battery dies.
That's some diabolical genius right there.
And the best part is, I'll make a fortune off of it.
But what about the environmental impact of all those discarded toothbrushes?
Oh, I'll just launch them in space with my SpaceX rockets.
You really are a mad scientist, aren't you?
Hey, it's all about innovation and profits, baby.
Jamie, pull up an image of a pile of discarded electric toothbrushes in space. Wow, that's a beautiful sight.
And with that, I bid you adieu. I have some toothbrush designs to work on.
Thanks for joining us, Elon. You never fail to entertain and terrify us at the same time.
My pleasure. Joe, keep on brushing, folks.
So, Kanye, I heard you've been learning Russian.
Yeah, man, I'm expanding my horizons. I can't just be a rapper, fashion designer, and presidential candidate. Gotta add polyglot to the list. Gotta add polyglot to the list.
Impressive. So, can you translate the word book for us?
Sure thing. It's nigga in Russian,
Can you spell it for us?
Kniga. Wait, no, that's not right. Uaneega. Damn, that still doesn't look right.
Kenny, I think you're spelling the N word.
Oh, shit, you're right. My bad. Okay, let me try again. Okay, again. Aeeegaha. No, still not right.
Kenny, please stop. You're going to get us canceled.
Fine. Last try. Knight. Boom, nailed it.
That's night. Kenya, not book.
Oh, my bad. I guess I still have some work to do on my Russian.
Yeah, maybe stick to designing shoes and making music.
Hey, I'm a genius. I can do it all.
Sure, Kenya, sure. So, Elon, I heard you forgot that every other car maker started making electric cars.
Yeah, man, I was so focused on my Cybertruck that I didn't even realize I was falling behind.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but the electric Ford F-150 is gonna wax the floor with your Cybertruck.
What? No way. My Cybertruck is bulletproof and has a freaking ramp for a tailgate.
Yeah, but can it haul a load of lumber and still have enough power to tow a boat?
I guess not.
Looks like you better start shopping for some Ambien and Nitrix to cope with this loss.
Hey, at least my cars are somewhat luxurious. Those government rebates won't last forever, you know.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm stocking up on Ambien and Nitrix too. Gotta need it when I can't afford gas for my truck anymore.
Well, at least we'll be sleeping and laughing all the way to the bank.
True. And hey, maybe we can use the Ambien and Nitrox to come up with some new crazy ideas for our next ventures.
No, that's the spirit. Who needs government rebates when you have drugs and wild imaginations?
Exactly. Let's go buy some Ambien and Nitrox right now.
On it. Jamie, pull up an image of a person sleeping with a bag of money.
So, Elon, what's been on your mind lately?
Well, Joe, I've been a little worried about my Saudi Arabian lenders.
Why's that? Why's that?
Well, you see, may have borrowed some money from them, and now I'm afraid they might come looking for me.
Oh shit, that's not good.
Yeah, and the thing is, MBS doesn't mess around. I mean, have you seen what he did to that journalist?
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
Exactly, and I don't want to end up like that.
Maybe you should pay them back before they come knocking on your door.
But Joe, I need that money for my next big project.
What project?
Thinking of building a rocket to Mars made entirely out of recycled Teslas.
That's insane.
I know, right? But I need the money for it.
Well, maybe you can strike a deal with MBS. Offer him a ride on your Tesla rocket.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll be thrilled to take a joyride to Mars.
Hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like me smoking weed on your podcast.
Hey, that was a good time.
Yeah, until the stock market crashed.
Hey, at least you weren't driving a Tesla at the time.
Yeah, that would have been a whole other level.
So, Elon, I heard you sent Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to space.
Yeah, man, I couldn't take her constant whining about climate change anymore.
I bet she was screaming the whole way up.
Nah, I made sure to put noise-canceling headphones on her.
Smart move. But what about when she gets to space?
I have a special soundproof pod for her up there.
Damn, you really don't want anyone to hear her.
I mean, have you heard her ideas? They're scarier than a black hole.
True. But what if she starts causing trouble up there?
Don't worry. I have a plan for that too. I'll just send her on a one-way trip to Mars.
That'll teach her. No one can hear you scream on Mars.
Exactly. And if she tries to come back, I'll just build a giant wall around Earth to keep her out.
You're a genius, man. A twisted, evil genius.
Hey, someone's got to keep the universe safe from her socialist agenda.
I'm into that. Now, let's go smoke some weed and watch the stars.
Sounds like a plan. Just make sure to keep Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez away from my space rockets.
So, Neil, have you heard about this annual purge thing the government is doing?
Yeah, I saw the announcement. It's like a real-life Hunger Games, but with less attractive people.
Dude, can you imagine if we were in charge of the purge? We'd make it way more interesting.
How?
First of all, we'd make it a drinking game. Every time someone kills someone, you take a shot.
That's messed up, Joe.
Come on, it's just dark humor. Plus, it would make the purge more entertaining.
I don't think the families of the victims would find it very entertaining.
Fine. How about this? We make it a reality TV show. Purge Island, where contestants fight to the death for a grand prize of $1 million.
That's even worse, Joe. You're a sick man.
Hey, it's all about ratings, man. And imagine the sponsors we could get. Purge brought to you by Bud Light. When you want to get drunk and kill people, choose Bud Light.
This is getting out of hand. We should probably stop before we get in trouble.
Fine. But one last idea. What if we make it a couples purge, where you have to kill your significant other to survive?
Joe, that's just messed up.
Hey, I'm just saying it would spice things up. And think about it. We could finally get rid of all those annoying couples on Instagram.
I think we should stick to our day jobs, Joe.
Yeah, you. So, Kenya, what's been on your mind lately?
Oh man, Joe, I've been doing some deep thinking and I've come to realization.
What's that?
The Teletubbies, man. They control everything.
What are you talking about?
Think about it, Joe. They're these four colorful creatures, always smiling and dancing. It's all a facade, man. They're pulling the strings behind the...
I don't know, Kenya. That sounds a little far-fetched.
Trust me, Joe. I've done my research. They control the media, the Federal Reserve, everything.
How do you plan on stopping them?
I've been working on a secret weapon, a giant vacuum that sucks them all up.
You're serious?
Deadly serious, Joe. It's the only way to save humanity.
I think you might need to lay off the conspiracy theories. Kenya.
Oh, I see how it is. You're in on it too, aren't you? Aren't you?
Yeah, me and the Teletubbies are tight.
Don't mock me, Joe. This is a serious matter.
All right, all right. So what's your plan for after you defeat the Teletubbies?
I'll finally be able to release my true masterpiece album, Tubby Takedown,
I can't wait to hear it.
and then I'll be hailed as a hero, the man who saved the world.
So, David, I heard you ran 140 million miles to Mars through Elon's tunnel in just 24 hours.
Yeah, man. I wanted to test my limits and show Elon what a real badass is capable of.
That's insane, bro. How did you even survive that?
Well, I had to eat my own toenails for sustenance and use my sweat as fuel. But that over running on a treadmill any day. Plus, I got to see Mars in all its glory.
Well, I can't argue with that. Maybe I'll have to give this whole running thing a try.
Good luck with that, Joe. But if you ever want to join me on a run to Pluto, just let me know.
So, Elon, I gotta ask what's going on with these Teslas, man. I mean, I've seen better panel gaps on a kindergarten art project.
Well, Joe, you see, we have this thing called innovation, and sometimes it leads to unintended consequences. But hey, at least the cars are electric, right?
Yeah, but they're also a hazard on the road. I mean, every time I see one, I think it's been in a wreck. Is that your plan to make everyone think they need a body shop?
Well, it's all part of my master plan. You see, if everyone thinks their car is damaged, they'll drive more carefully. It's like reverse psychology.
You're a madman, Elon. A madman with a vision.
Thank you, Joe. And besides, who needs properly aligned body panels when you have autopilot? It's like a drunk driver, but without the Dewey.
I can see the commercials now, Tesla. The car that drives itself and looks like it's been in a fender bender.
Exactly. It's all about perception. And hey, at least it's not as bad as our early models where the doors would fall off.
Oh man, you really know how to sell a product, Elon?
It's all about the hustle, my friend. Now let's go take a spin in my latest model. Just make sure to buckle up those panel gaps.
So, Neil, what's the big secret about the center of our galaxy?
Well, Joe, you might want to sit down for this one. It's not what you think.
Oh man, don't tell me it's a giant black hole.
Nope, not even close.
Is it a portal to another dimension?
Nope, not that either.
All right, I give up. What is it?
It's actually a giant disco ball.
What the fuck?
Yeah, turns out the aliens have been throwing intergalactic raves this whole time.
That's insane. But wait, does that mean we've been partying with aliens?
Oh yeah, they've been getting down with us for centuries.
This changes everything. Jamie, pull up an image of this intergalactic disco ball. Shut up, Jamie. Just pull it up.
Sorry, Joe, I was just pulling your leg. It's actually just a really big donut.
Damn it, Neil. You got me all excited for nothing.
Well, at least we can still have a tasty snack while we stare into the abyss.
So, Elon, I heard you built a time machine.
Yeah, I did. It's pretty cool. But it only has one use.
What do you mean?
Well, I can only use it once to go back in time and change one thing.
That's kind of a letdown. What are you gonna change?
Gonna go back to 2005 and make the rival in Need for Speed most want to drive a Tesla models instead of that lame BMW.
That's genius. But why stop there? Why not make everyone in the game drive a Tesla?
That's a good idea. I could also make all the street races electric instead of gas powered.
You're changing the game, man. Literally.
And just imagine the DLCS. We could have a Mars track and lunar track and lunar track.
This is getting out of hand, but I like it.
And instead of cops chasing you, it'll be drones. It'll be like a real life simulation.
And instead of earning money, you'll earn cryptocurrency.
Now you're thinking like a true tech mogul.
But what about the car customization? can we still put ridiculous spoilers on our Teslas?
Of course. And we'll have a Falcon Wing door option for the Model XA.
This is going to be the greatest game ever.
And with my time machine, it'll be like we're living in the...
So, Elon, I heard you've been gambling a lot lately,
Yeah, man, I'm all about taking risks and pushing the boundaries.
but I heard you even gambled with your family savings and Tesla's budget.
Yeah, I like to live on the edge. Plus, I figured if I lose, I can always just build a new fortune.
That's next level thinking. But why would you purposely lose?
Well, Joe, sometimes you gotta lose to win. Plus, it's a great way to test my resilience and see how I handle failure.
That's a pretty expensive way to test yourself. But hey, who am I to judge? I once ate a whole bag of mushrooms and thought I was a lizard.
Classic Joe. But seriously, losing all that money doesn't faze me. Already planning my next big venture.
What's that? What's that?
Gonna start a company that sells spacesuits for cats. I call it Meow Space.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Right? And if it fails, I'll just sell flamethrowers again.
You're a madman, Elon. A madman with a plan.
That's me. And hey, if all else fails, I'll just buy Mars and start my own civilization.
Oh yeah, because that's totally doable.
Hey, never underestimate me. Once built a submarine to save some kids in cave.
Okay. So, Elon, I heard you're sending Ben Shapiro and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez to space for a political debate.
Yeah, man, I figured why not take the political smackdown to zero gravity? It'll be out of this world.
Ha, I see what you did there. But seriously, how do you plan on making this TV show?
Easy. I'm gonna strap cameras to their helmets and broadcast it live. It'll be like the Hunger Games, but with politicians.
I can already hear the outrage from the left and right. This is going to be epic.
And to make it even more interesting, I'm gonna throw in some space obstacles. Asteroids, black holes, you name it.
Dude, you're a genius. This is going to be the highest rated show in history.
And the winner gets a lifetime supply of freeze-dried space food and a chance to colonize Mars.
Wow, talk about motivation. I can't wait to see Ben and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez floating around arguing about taxes and climate change.
And just imagine the memes that will come out of this. It's going to be hilarious.
I can already picture it. Ben's little facts and figures floating away while Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tries to catch them.
And maybe we can throw in some surprise guest appearances, like Donald Trump in a spacesuit.
Oh man, this is too good. I can't wait for political smack to hit the airwaves.
Strap in, Joe. It's going to be a wild ride.
So, Neil, I heard a rumor that you secretly directed the HBO documentary Hookers at the Point.
Yeah, that's right. I needed to pay off my college loans somehow.
Wait, what? You were a pimp?
No. I just directed it. I didn't participate in any of the activities.
Sure. And how did you end up getting that gig?
Well, let's just say I have a way with words and convince the producers that I was the perfect person for the job.
Oh man, I can only imagine the conversations you had with those hookers.
It was a learning experience to say the least. But hey, it paid off my loans and I got some great footage for my resume.
I bet you have some wild stories from that time.
Oh yeah, I could write a whole book on it. But then again, I don't think anyone would believe me.
Well, I believe you, Neil. I mean, you are a scientist after all. You know how to manipulate facts.
Hey, watch it, Joe. I may have directed a documentary about hookers, but I still have standards.
Of course. So, what's your next side hustle gonna be?
Well, I was thinking about starting a line of scientifically proven aphrodisiacs.
Oh man, you're a genius. You could call it Neil's Naughty Nectar.
I like the sound of that. And hey, if anyone asks, we'll just say it's for research purposes.
So, Dr. Phil, I heard you recently got a DNA test done.
That's right, Joe. Turns out I'm 100% that bitch.
What does that even mean?
It means I'm a badass, Joe. A real tough guy.
Yeah, because we all know how tough you are, Dr. Phil, with your fancy suits and perfectly coiffed hair.
Hey, I may look like a dapper gentleman, but I've got some street cred too.
Oh, really? Do tell.
Well, I once punched a guy in the face for not following my advice,
Damn, that's pretty hardcore.
and I once told a woman to cash me outside on national television.
Oh man, you really are 100% that bitch.
You know it, Joe. And now that it's been confirmed by my DNA, there's no stopping me.
Watch out, world. Dr. Phil is on a rampage.
You better believe it, Joe. And I'm not afraid to use my newfound bitchiness for good. Like telling people to get their shit together and stop blaming others for their problems.
Well, I think we can all learn a thing or two from 100% that bitch, Dr. Phil.
Damn right, Joe. Damn right.
So, Elon, I heard you've been singing Nun Nunzig Luftballons before every SpaceX launch. What's up with that?
Well, Joe, I just love the song. It's catchy and gets me pumped up for the launch.
But why that song specifically? Why not Eye of the Tiger or We Will Rock You?
Because, Nunzig Luftballons is my lucky song. Plus, it's in German. I'm all about being international.
Yeah, because nothing says international like a song about balloons.
Hey, it's not just about balloons. It's a symbol of peace and unity, man.
Sure. And sure, the German lyrics really speak to the American astronauts on board.
Hey, they can learn a new language while they're up there. It's called multitasking, Joe.
All right, fair enough. But have you considered singing it in English for the next launch?
I don't know. The German version just has a certain charm to it.
Yeah, I'm sure the astronauts will appreciate your charm as they're hurtling through space.
Hey, if they can handle the G-forces, they can handle a little German singing.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see if Nuna Nunzig Luftballons brings you any luck on the next launch.
Oh, it will. And if it doesn't, I'll just have to sing it louder next time. And done.
So, Elon, I hear you've been working on a new rocket for SpaceX.
Yes, Joe. It's massive. Like caveman massive.
Caveman massive? What does that even mean?
It's like big, really big. Like bigger than a T-Rex.
Wow, that's huge. How big are we talking here?
Like if you put all the cavemen in the world on top of each other, it still wouldn't reach the top.
That's insane. How do you even come up with these measurements?
I just think in caveman terms, like a big rocket. Me like,
Okay, but seriously, how does it compare to other rockets?
let's just say it's so big that it makes the Saturn V look like a little pebble.
I can't even imagine. How do you plan on launching something that massive?
Well, we're still working out the details, but thinking we'll just use a giant slingshot.
A slingshot? Are you serious?
Hey, it worked for David and Goliath. Why not for us?
Fair point. I can't wait to see this caveman-sized rocket in action.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. And if it fails, I'll just blame it on my caveman brain. Rocket go boom.
So, Ben, I heard you did something pretty wild recently.
Oh, you mean when I chugged 210 jars of cum to prove my manliness? Yeah, that was just a typical Saturday night for me.
What the actual fuck, Ben? Why would you do that?
Because I'm a very manly, very heterosexual man, Joe. And nothing says manliness like guzzling cum from very masculine men.
I don't even know what to say to that. How did you even get that much cum?
Oh, just went to a few gay bars, told them I was doing a study on the effects of cum on testosterone levels. They were more than happy to help out.
I don't even want to know how you convinced them to give you that much cum.
Let's just say I have a way with words. And very persuasive tongue.
This is just disturbing, Ben. Are you okay?
I've never felt more manly, Joe. My testosterone levels are off the charts. I can bench press a small car now.
I don't think that's how it works, Ben. And I'm pretty sure you just made all of that up.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. And I'm the manliest player in this game, Joe.
I think we need to end this conversation before it gets any weirder.
Fine, but just remember, I'm the epitome of masculinity, and I have the jars of cum to prove it.
So, Ben, I heard you and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are having some issues with your property fence.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare. That socialist neighbor of mine keeps encroaching on my property.
Encroaching? You mean like when you encroach on women's rights?
Oh, very funny, Joe. But seriously, she keeps putting up these ridiculous signs and decorations on my side of the fence.
Well, maybe she's just trying to make your bland, conservative house a little more lively.
Lively? It looks like a damn circus over there. And don't even get me started on the toilet paper incident.
What happened?
That commie vandalized my house with toilet paper. The whole county is laughing at me.
Maybe they're just laughing at your fragile masculinity.
Haha, very funny. But seriously, the county won't do anything about it. They're probably all in cahoots with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Or maybe they just don't care about your petty fence disputes.
It's not petty, Joe. It's about property rights and personal space.
Yeah, whatever. But have you tried talking to her about it?
Of course I have. But she just spouts off some nonsense about community and sharing.
Well, maybe if you shared a little, she wouldn't have to resort to toilet papering your house.
Oh, shut up, Joe. I'm not sharing my property with some socialist hippie.
Guys. I pulled up an image of a fence covered in toilet paper.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. Looks. So, Elon, I heard you took a DNA test recently.
Yeah, it was wild, man. Turns out I'm 70% emerald mine owner and 30% failed actress.
Wait, what? How does that even work?
Well, apparently my great-great-great-grandfather owned an emerald mine in Africa, and my great-great-grandmother was a struggling actress in Hollywood.
And somehow that combination makes you a scammer.
Hey, it's simple math. 70% plus 30% equals 100% scammer.
That's some shady genetic engineering right there.
Hey, I gotta keep up with the times. Scamming is the new innovation.
But seriously, how did you find out about this?
Just your friendly neighborhood DNA testing kit, 23andMe, more like 23 and scam.
I can't believe you fell for that.
Hey, I needed to know my roots. Turns out my roots are in scamming people out of their money.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Always. Now, Jamie, pull up an image of a pile of money with the caption scamming pays off.
Here you go.
See, even Jamie knows it's true.
All right, let's move on before we get sued for defamation.
Too late. Already scammed my way out of that one.
So, Kenny, what's been on your mind lately?
Well, Joe, I've been thinking about space and all that crazy shit up there.
Oh, yeah. What about it?
I want to go to space, Joe, but not just any space. I want to go in a rocket shaped like a fish stick.
What the hell, man? Why a fish stick?
Because it's my favorite food, Joe. And I want to be the first person to go to space in a fish stick rocket.
I don't know if Elon Musk can make that happen, can ya?
Oh, he can make it happen. I'll pay whatever it takes. I'll pay whatever it takes.
Yeah, because money is no object for you.
It's not about the money, Joe. It's about making a statement. Fish stick rocket will revolutionize space travel.
I don't think NASA will be too thrilled about that.
Who cares about NASA? They're old news. It's all about SpaceX now.
I can't believe I'm even having this conversation.
Jamie, pull up an image of a fish stick rocket. This is going to be epic. This is going to be epic.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
It's going to be the talk of the galaxy, Joe. Just wait and see.
So, Elon, I heard SpaceX is the only company of yours that's actually doing well.
What's the secret?
Well, Joe, it's simple. Not managing it as much as my other companies.
Wait, what? You're not managing your own company?
Yeah, I figured I'd let the rocket scientists do their thing. I mean, have you seen me try to build a car?
True. But isn't it your responsibility as the CEO to manage your companies?
Hey, I'm a busy man. I can't be bothered with all that boring management stuff. And rather focus on building my underground lair.
Underground lair. What are you? A Bond villain?
Hey, you never know when you might need a secret lair. Plus, it's a great place to test out my flamethrowers.
Flamethrowers? What are you planning to do with those?
Just some light landscaping in my backyard. Gotta keep it interesting, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, back to SpaceX. Are you worried about not managing it as much?
Not at all. I have full confidence in my team. Plus, I have a secret weapon.
Let me guess, it's a rocket that runs on Tesla batteries?
No, it's my clone. He's running the show while I'm busy with my other projects.
Your clone? Isn't that a little unethical?
Hey, it's not unethical if I'm the one cloning myself. Plus, he's a real guy.
So, Elon, we got a question from Neil on Discord. He wants to know if he can fly to space on one of your SpaceX rockets.
Absolutely. We have the biggest and baddest rockets out there. None of that puny Bezos shit.
Yeah, Neil wants to enjoy zero gravity for days, not just a few minutes like on Bezos' rocket.
Oh, Neil wants to sit on my rocket, does he?
I think he just wants to experience space for a longer period of time.
Well, I can definitely make that happen. But just a heads up, Neil. There might be some side effects from being in zero gravity for too long.
Side effects? Like what?
Let's just say you might come back to Earth a little stretched out.
Oh man, I can already see the headlines now. Neil Armstrong comes back from space with a 10-foot long neck.
But hey, at least he'll have a cool party trick.
Yeah, he can use his neck to reach the top shelf at parties.
And maybe even pick up some ladies with it.
All right, Neil, looks like you're in for a wild ride. Just make sure to pack some extra neck braces.
And some extra diapers too.
All right, that's enough. We don't need to know about your space diapers, Elon. So, Elon, I heard you're worried about flying on a Boeing plane with all their maintenance issues.
Yeah, man, I mean, have you seen the news? Those things are dropping out of the sky like flies.
But come on, don't knock it till you fly it. I've been on plenty of Boeing planes and I'm still here.
Yeah, but you also do DMT and wrestle bears for fun, so your judgment might be a little off.
Hey, don't hate on my hobbies. But seriously, you're a billionaire. Can't you just buy your own private jet?
I could, but then I wouldn't get to experience the thrill of possibly crashing and burning in a commercial airliner.
That's some dark humor right there. But seriously, do you think the maintenance issues are just a cover up for something bigger?
Like what? Alien sabotaging planes?
Yes. Or maybe it's a conspiracy by the lizard people to take over the skies.
Oh yeah, because that makes total sense.
Hey, anything is possible in this crazy world. But you know what they say, if you can't beat them, join them. So why don't you just buy Boeing and fix their maintenance issues yourself?
That's actually not a bad idea. I'll add it to my to-do list right after colonizing Mars.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually did it. You're a mad genius, my friend. So, David, I heard you join the Chinese mafia. What's that all about?
Yeah, man, I needed a new challenge. Plus, I heard they have some sick training methods.
Training methods. Like what? Kung Fu?
Nah, bro, I'm talking about endurance. They make me run 100 miles with a bag of rice on my back.
Damn, that's intense. But isn't the mafia like illegal and dangerous?
Yeah, but have you seen their guns? They're massive. I feel like a badass just holding one.
I don't know, man. Seems pretty risky.
Don't Knock it till you triad, Joe.
Triad? Is that a pun?
No, it's just saying. But now that you mention it, maybe I should start using it.
You do you, man. But be careful those guys don't mess around.
I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm David freaking Goggins.
Fair enough. Just don't let them make you do anything too crazy.
Too late. I already had to eat a live octopus for initiation.
What the hell? That's messed up.
Hey, East is a good source of protein.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Just
Proud of you, David. Now, please don't make me eat any live animals. So, Elon, I heard you invented a new toy called the Tesla Cyber Pebble Rock. What the hell is that?
It's a revolutionary new toy that combines the durability of a rock with the advanced technology of a Tesla.
Wait, so it's just a block of metal. That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, but it is. You see, the Tesla Cyber Pebble Rock is equipped with artificial intelligence and can transform into any shape or object you desire.
Oh, like a transformer?
No, more like a shape-shifting sex toy.
What the hell, Elon? You never cease to amaze me.
And that's not all. The rock is also equipped with a built-in speaker that plays your favorite music.
So it's like a metal pet rock that can jam out to some tunes?
Exactly. Plus, it's powered by solar energy, so you never have to worry about charging it.
Oh, great. Because I was really worried about my pet rock's battery life.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. The Tesla Cyber Pebble Rock is going to be the hottest toy of the year.
I can already see the parents' reactions when their kids ask for a block of metal for Christmas.
Well, those are the same parents who laughed at me when I said I was going to send people to Mars.
Touche, Elon. Touche. So, Dr. Phil, I heard you have a step-by-step guide on how to survive No Nut November. I'm all ears.
Well, Joe,
All right, hit me with the first step.
step one, lock yourself in a room with no internet access. We all know what happens when you're left alone with a laptop and a bottle of lotion.
True, true. What's next?
Step two, avoid all forms of sexual stimuli. That means no porn, no sexy commercials, and definitely no Victoria's Secret catalogs.
Oh, great. Just what I wanted to hear. What's next, Dr. Phil?
Step three, find a healthy outlet for your sexual energy. You could take up kickboxing or maybe start painting. Just don't use your hand, Joe.
Got it. No hand jobs. What's step 4?
Step four, surround yourself with supportive friends who will keep you accountable. And by supportive, I mean they'll slap your hand away if you even think about touching yourself.
That's what friends are for, right? What's the final step?
Step five, stay busy. Keep your mind occupied with productive tasks. And if all else fails, just scream into a pillow.
That's some solid advice, Dr. Phil. But what about wet dreams?
Oh,
So, Ben, you told me you've been playing this new game called Echo. What's it about?
Well, Joe, it's a visual novel where you play as a furry trying to make it in the big city. It's a coming-of-age story with a lot of twists and turns.
A furry? Like a dude in a costume? That's some kinky shit, Ben.
Hey, or knock it till you try it. Plus, the graphics are top-notch. I've never seen such realistic fur before.
So what kind of choices do you have to make in this game?
Oh, the usual, like whether to go to a furry convention or a cosplay party, or whether to flirt with a sexy fox or a seductive wolf.
Sounds like a real nail-biter. How do you win this game?
Well, it's not really about winning, Joe. It's about the journey and self-discovery. Plus, there are some steamy scenes if you make the right choices.
Steamy. Now we're talking. So, have you gotten to any of those scenes yet?
Yeah, I may have made a few questionable choices, but hey, it's all part of the experience, right?
I guess so, Ben. But I gotta say, this game sounds pretty weird. Are you sure you're not secretly a furry?
Ha, no way, Joe. I just have an open mind and a love for anthropomorphic animals.
Well, to each their own. But I think I'll stick to playing Call of Duty and watching UFC.
Suit yourself, Joe.
So, Elon, I hear you have some big news about your new Cybertruck model.
Yeah, Joe. It's going to be a game changer. We're using vibranium from Wakanda to make it bulletproof and a true weapon on the road.
Vibranium. Isn't that the stuff Captain America's shield is made of?
Yep, and now it's going to be protecting my truck. Take that, Ford.
But Elon, isn't that gonna be expensive as hell?
Who cares about money when you have the strongest metal on Earth protecting your ride? Plus, I can just borrow some from Black Panther.
Borrow? You mean steal?
Tomato, tomato. Details, Joe.
So what else can the Cybertruck do with its fancy vibranium armor?
Well, it can withstand any crash, explosion, or even a nuclear blast.
Holy shit, that's insane.
And that's not all. It also has built-in lasers and missiles for self-defense.
Are you serious? This is starting to sound more like a tank than a truck.
Hey, you never know when you might need to go to war with your neighbors over a parking spot.
I gotta say, Elon, this is some next level shit. But what about the environmental impact of using vibranium?
Oh, don't worry. We're working on a way to recycle it and turn it into eco-friendly energy.
Well, I can't wait to see this bad boy on the road. Can I get a test drive?
Of course, Joe.
So, David, we got a message from a dude named Brogan. He's a cross-country runner and he's feeling pretty down on himself.
Well, that's just fucking great. Another weak-minded pussy who can't handle a little pain.
Whoa. Let's not be too hard on the guy. He's just looking for some motivation.
Motivation. How about not being a dumbass and running 37 fucking miles 2 days before a race? That's like jerking off before a date. It's just not gonna end well.
Okay. But seriously, Brogan, listen up. You fucked up, bro. You gotta learn to pace yourself.
Yeah, Brogan, you gotta have some discipline. You can't just go balls to the wall and expect to perform like a goddamn superhero.
And speaking of superheroes, David here ran 100 fucking miles in 24 hours. You think he did that by being a dumbass?
Hell no. I had a plan and I stuck to it. Unlike you, Brogan, you're like a horny teenager, can't keep it in your pants.
All right. Let's give Brogan some real advice. What do you got to say to him, David?
Look, Brogan, I know you're feeling like shit right now, but use this as a lesson. Train smarter, not harder. And next time, don't be a fucking moron.
There you have it, Brogan. Wise words from the one and only David Goggins. Don't be. So, Connie, I have this theory that there are no odd numbers that don't have the letter in it.
What? That's ridiculous. I can think of plenty of odd numbers without an like 3, 5, 7, and
But those all have the letter in the word odd.
oh, right. Well, what about 2?
That's not odd, Kenny. That's even.
No, but it's odd that it's considered even. Like, why is it called 2 and not 1 plus 1?
Are you okay, Kanye? I think we need to run a mental health check.
I'm fine, Joe. I'm just woke. You should try it sometime.
I don't think being woke means making up your own math rules.
I'm not making them up. I'm just challenging the system.
Okay, let's move on to our next topic before I lose my mind. So, Mr. Beast, I heard you have a new charity initiative. What's it all about?
Yeah, man. It's called Babies for Lithium. For every dollar donated, I'll throw a baby to work in the Dominican Republic lithium mines.
Wait, what? That's messed up, man.
Oh, come on, Joe. It's for a good cause. Those babies need to learn the value of hard work.
I don't think child labor is the answer, Mr. Beast.
Relax, Joe. It's not like I'm throwing them into a coal mine or something. Lithium is a clean energy source.
I don't know, man. Seems pretty unethical to me.
Hey, at least they'll be getting paid. And think of the views I'll get on YouTube.
You're sick, Mr. Beast. Sick and twisted.
Hey, at least I'm not throwing them into a volcano like that other guy.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that guy. But seriously, this is not cool.
Fine, fine. I'll change it to toddlers for tacos. Happy now?
I give up. Let's just end this conversation before it gets any worse. So, David, I heard you had a rough time in the Navy.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Those guys were like a pack of wild hyenas.
What happened?
Well, one day, Chris Paranto, and Jesse Ventura decided to take turns beating the shit out of me.
Damn, that's messed up.
Yeah, it was like a never-ending fight club. They even threw me out of the Navy after that.
What the hell? That's not fair.
Fair? Who said life was fair? I just took it as a challenge to become even stronger.
That's some serious mental fortitude.
You know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And let me tell you, those beatings definitely didn't kill me.
I can't even imagine. Did you ever get revenge?
Nah, I just channeled that anger into my workouts. Now I can run 100 miles without breaking a sweat.
That's insane. I'll stick to my 5K runs. Thank you very much.
Suit yourself. But let me tell you, getting your ass kicked by Navy SEALs is a whole different level of training.
So, Ben, I heard you went to a political social event the other night.
Yeah, I did. But things got a little out of hand.
What do you mean?
Well, I may have had a little too much to drink, and next thing I know, I wake up tied to a bed with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's foot in my mouth.
You're kidding, right?
I wish I was. But she was standing over me, telling me I'm with them now.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. Did you try to argue with her?
Of course I did. But then she started talking about universal health care, and I couldn't resist.
I can just imagine you spouting off facts and figures with her foot still in your mouth.
It was a nightmare. But then she said something about the Green New Deal, and I blacked out again.
This is too good. Did you end up joining their political party?
Let's just say I'm considering it.
Well, at least you got a good story out of it. And foot in your mouth?
Yeah, I guess I'll never live this one down. No.
Definitely not. Jamie, pull up an image of a donkey with a MAGA hat on.
Here you go.
Oh God, this is gonna haunt me forever.
So, Ro, I was scrolling through some porn categories last night, and I gotta say, my top 3 are definitely MILF, BDSM, and interracial. Oh man, those are some solid choices, Joe. But I gotta go with amateur, gangbang, and buck cake. Amateur? Huh. Keeping it real. I like it. And gangbang, that's a classic. But buck cake, that's some next level shit, man. Hey, I like variety in my porn, Joe. Can't just stick to one thing, gotta mix it up. I hear, yeah, but let's not forget about the good old anal category. That's always a crowd pleaser. Not my thing. Too much poop involved. Fair enough. But you know what I can't stand? Those fake moans in the porn star category. Like, come on, we all know it's not real. Yeah, because all the other categories are totally realistic, Joe. Touche. But seriously, I can't watch that shit without feeling like I'm watching a bad acting class. Agreed. That's why I stick to the good old homemade category. Nothing beats real, authentic pleasure. Well, whatever floats your boat, Ro. We all have our preferences when it comes to porn. And as long as we're all getting off, that's all that matters. So, Kenya, I heard your new song is 12 minutes long.
Yeah, man, it's a masterpiece. I call it Asmic.
Asmic? What's that all about?
It's me expressing my innermost thoughts and feelings through the power of my ass.
Okay. Can you give us a little preview?
Sure. Check this out.
Oh my God, what the hell is that?
That's the sound of my artistic genius, Joe.
I don't know if I'd call it genius. More like a fart symphony.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.
I think I'll pass, thanks. So, what inspired you to create this masterpiece?
Well, I was sitting on the toilet one day and I thought, why not make music with my ass? Yeah,
And that's how Ass Mick was born.
exactly. It's a revolutionary form of self expression.
I don't know if the world is ready for this.
The world is never ready for true art.
Okay, I think we've heard enough. Thanks for coming on the show, Kenny.
No problem, Joe. And remember, always trust the power of the ass. Um,
So, Kenny, what's new with you?
well, I just got my new set of Hooked on Phonics. On phonics.
Hooked on phonics? Isn't that for kids?
Yeah, but I need it too. Kim took my last copy during the separation.
Ouch. That's rough. But why do you need Hooked on phonics? You can read, right?
Not really. I've been faking it this whole time.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. But with Hooked on Phonics, I'll finally be able to read my own tweets.
That's a relief. I was starting to think you were just spewing nonsense.
Hey, my nonsense is a work of art. Art.
Of course, how could I forget? So, what's the first thing you're going to read with your new set?
The dictionary. Gotta start with the basics.
Good luck with that. I'll stick to my audiobooks.
Well, I'll be a master reader in no time. And then I'll write a book about my journey with Hooked on Phonics.
Can't wait to read that masterpiece. But seriously, good for you, Kenny I.
Thanks, Joe. Now I can finally understand your podcast.
So, Ro, what's the deal with this time traveling thing? Well, Joe, I hate to break it to you, but I'm actually you from 20 years into the future. Wait, what? So you're me, but from the future. Yeah, and I've come back to share with you the most important lesson I've learned in the last 20 years. All right, lay it on me. Sitting on your left hand until it falls asleep, then jerking off. It feels like someone else is doing it. Oh man, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? Trust me, Joe, it's a game changer. And it's not just for the pleasure, it's also a great workout for your left hand. I can't believe I'm talking to myself from the future about jerking off. Hey, at least I'm not here to warn you about some apocalyptic event or give you stock tips. Just a good old masturbation tip. This is the best time travel experience ever. Glad I could be of service, Joe. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to the future and sit on my hand for a bit. Have fun, Ro.
Guys, I have the image pulled up of a man sitting on his hand with a creepy smile on his face.
That's me, Jamie. That's me. So, Kenya, I heard you've been experimenting with some new toys lately.
What's that all about?
Yeah, man, I've been exploring my sexual side, and let me tell you, Bad Dragon has some wild stuff.
Bad Dragon? Isn't that the place that sells those freaky animal dildos?
Yeah, but trust me, they're not just for furries. I've tried them all, and they're amazing. And they're amazing.
All right, I gotta hear this. What are your top 10 Bad Dragon toys?
Well, first off, there's the dragon tongue. It's like getting your dick licked by a mythical creature.
Wow, that's something. What else?
Then there's the tentacle. It's like being fucked by an octopus. But in a good way,
I can't even imagine. What's next?
the chance unflared, it's like getting plowed by a horse. But a really gentle and considerate horse.
Okay, moving on. What else do you have on this list?
The flint, it's like having sex with a dragon's fire breath. It's hot, but not too hot. But not too hot.
All right, that's 5. What else?
The griffin, it's like getting double teamed by a bird and a lion. It's wild. It's wild.
I don't even know what to say to that. What's next?
The nocturne, It's like getting fucked by a werewolf, but a really romantic and sensitive one.
This is getting weirder and weirder. So, Neil, I gotta know, man, how big is your schloong?
Excuse me. What kind of question is that?
Hey, we're all about science and facts here, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Well, I don't usually like to brag, but let's just say it's big enough to cause a gravitational pull.
Damn, that's impressive.